Welcome, friends. My name's Kevin McGuire, and we are live from Gatlinburg.
I would like to start off, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to start by addressing your TV interview on May the 25th. You said if you would have lost all of our own industry, things would have been a lot worse. Well, if it were not for us citizens who you don't care about working that industry.
I take
working that industry.
I'm not going to take
working that industry.
Period.
Would not be, and this would not have happened. Also, you said we should have used common sense. Well, if you would have used common sense properly as a shepherd leader, you would have let your flock know what was even going on and suggested a mandatory evacuation the same time you did for our health and well-being. And how could you say that this disaster changed our lives for the better? And why would you say that?
Because I think it did.
Well, nothing is better for me.
Well,
in fact, I lost everything.
Ms. Brabham, I'm not going to sit here and have you.
Did you hear? I said I lost everything.
Please be seated.
And Miss Cindy, did you get my email for FEMA trailers?
I did, and John Matthews responded to you on my behalf.
You have a copy of it?
I do, right here.
Okay, because I do have a copy.
Ms. Brabham, I ask you please be seated, or you will be escorted out of this room.
I was talking to Miss Ogle.
I don't care.
Thank you, Miss Ogle.
Item B, resolution number 939, a resolution relative to the presentation of petitions and communications from the audience at Board of Commissioners meetings and the procedure for the implementation same. Do I hear a motion? And this is being put in here for a better process. If an item is not on the agenda, you need to submit your question or your topic in writing 5 days prior to the meeting. Give staff and gives elected officials time to do research and to be able to answer the question. And individuals be given 3 minutes, like they are now. And we're going to have some conduct. There's going to be no verbal attack of officials or other individuals. And the mayor may rule any speakers out of order or disrespectful or uncivil behavior. And if they are gabbled down, if they don't respond, they will be removed. Any further comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed, like sign.
Ladies and gentlemen of the Commission, and this is Ogle. Thank you again for the opportunity to be heard. Last meeting, I believe it was June 6th, Mr. Sharp, the attorney for the city, attempted to address the issue of what's a gag order and how it applies to the city officials. I've done some research and there's a bit of clarification, and I regret that Mr. Sharp's not here tonight to address my concerns. There's a substantial difference between the gag order and the invocation of Rule 19 by our district attorney, Genie Brabham-pt. The gag order, as it is referred to often, only applies to the juvenile court, to the individuals accused of the crimes, to their families involved in the case, to the attorneys involved in the case, and to the court staff itself. And violation of the quote-unquote gag order only applies to the people who are under the purview of the juvenile court system. Rule 19, however, is an invocation under a Tennessee Supreme Court decision that allows a district attorney to protect the evidence in his case from being disclosed publicly up until the time that he so lifts the rule. The Rule 19 seems to be what we're under the protection of in terms of not speaking publicly about the case. I would appreciate the Commission in the future simply referring to it as the invocation of Rule 19 and not improperly as a gag order, because that's not what it is. The other question I have is for Ms. Ogle. Have the city employees been asked to sign a gag order on behalf of the city, preventing them from speaking publicly about the wildfire of November 28th?
No.
Thank you. If records are requested, is there anything that's protected under the gag order that we should be aware of, other than what's typically available under the Tennessee Records Request Act?
Do you have an answer for that, Robert?
If there's any question, we get the opinion of the district attorney.
Thank you. And finally, Ms. Ogle, have you informed all the employees of the city of Gatlinburg of their rights under the Federal Whistleblower Protection Act to speak publicly about their concerns involving how the fire was handled, or any activities that they were asked to perform that day or after that event, and what the protection of the jobs are in the event that they did choose to speak out publicly?
No.
Thank you for your time.
Want to announce this evening, members of a Sevier County Gatlinburg Wildfires Memorial Committee as follows: Dave Ogle, Mark Adams, Bill May, Ellen Wilhoit, Nicole Ogle, Mike Oakley, and Andrew Whaley. This committee will pursue ideas for the concept, location, and funding of both a memorial to the victims as well as a tribute to the first responders, and they will report back to both the city and the county commissions with their recommendations. And to make that announcement this evening as well. That's all I have to say.